What up, guys? Lee here, aka Leonardo da Conch. Wanted to have a little bit of a discussion with you guys. What do you think? Be a little vulnerable with you today. I think I'm gonna call this one. What did I write down? Maybe I was wrong, but it could be so right. Where am I going with this? So, this year, 2025, for me, it's been a big year. Um, you know, I had a relationship um, that ended, 5 year relationship. Went through a separation, sold the house, quit my job of 11 years. And, you know, I've been unemployed for some time pursuing this content creation thing. And I want to know your guys' opinion. And I want to know, for those of you that are on the same journey or similar journeys, what's keeping you going? And for those of you that are hesitating on making a big leap of faith in your life to pursue your dream per se, you know, I want to know what's holding you back. I know for me, for the longest time, trying to be a YouTuber. um Not that I'm a big YouTuber, as you'll see, but for the longest time, it took me, I think, almost a year. I think I tried starting recording videos in 2024, and I couldn't do it. The fear was just so like robust, just so big. And I tried to, for like a whole year too. It's not like I just tried once and then I like stopped. It was like I was trying throughout the year, like consistently, like sometimes nightly, set up like my camera gear, and I just couldn't do it. I get to that point where I'd hit that record button and it's just like freeze, dead still in that fear. And finally, it was a moment where I was, going through that same nightly process of setting up all the gear, making sure everything looked as decent as a new YouTuber's video might be. And before you knew it, it was like 10:30 p.m. And finally, I just stopped, and then I just laid in bed and kind of propped up, and I just pulled my phone out, and I was like, "What if I just?" It wasn't even really like a conscious thought, but like the idea of like, what if I just hit record and just go and then just see what flows? And yeah, it was crazy. I hit record, and it was just sort of like this, just I guess how I'm talking now in a sense. Like, but I ended up filming like a 23-minute video just on my iPhone. Didn't touch any of the settings though for video, so like filmed it, and it wasn't filming at 4K, and it was filming at like whatever the lowest frames per second is, and all that kind of stuff. But you know, that was like a big eureka moment for me where I learned that courage is almost like experienced in that state of fear, right? Like you're courageous if you're overcoming your fear, like you feel the fear in the moment. It's not like you just feel like it's not like you feel like just a baller or something. It's like, no, you're scared, right? So yeah, that was a pretty cool moment for me. But yeah, I know everything in my life just completely changed this year for me. And yeah, I've been living off savings, and I've just been like trying to make content, and I'm at this point now where it's like, do I keep going? Do I stop? And I'm at a point now where I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying the process of it. I haven't really gotten into video editing yet. Um, but I can before I was like pretty like inept with like, I just like could not make a thumbnail or something. But I think my thumbnails like look pretty decent. I've got like some lighting here and stuff like that. And the camera quality's pretty good. I think the mic's decent, but it's just like yeah, it's just like steady progress now. I'm enjoying it. But I'm getting to that point where the savings are drying up a little bit. So I'm probably gonna have to go back to work and do something, but at least to keep it going. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I'm curious, but I'm gonna keep going. But because I don't know, it's just there's just a drive to there's just a drive to I don't know. It's like one of those things like in some of my other videos on this channel. When I was calling myself Pi, I switched the name. It's the first video where I got the new name, but um, I talked about like I just mentioned fear and all that, but like oh shit. Um, anyway, I don't make cuts or anything. I don't care. But anyway, yeah. So like it's crazy. There's a lot of healing along the journey. There's a lot of growing from that, and I'm really starting to value that those lessons that are coming with all of it. The discomfort, so much discomfort. But like I don't know, like just being seen, I guess. But for some reason, I just had a big fear of just being bullied younger, and just going through the trial of the life. And I grew up an only child. Um, yeah, I just kind of I very much isolated myself quite a bit in my life, and there's some good and some bad that came with that because as humans I think we do need that connection with people, but at the same time I did become very introspective um, about myself and my emotions and my thoughts and my patterns that came from my thoughts, and did make changes. And then that's just what growth is. It's just a process. um, the interesting thing, a lot of you might know this, but our cells actually completely change in our body. Like completely get we completely get new cells in our bodies like every 7 years. So it's like every 7 years you're a different person physically, but mentally that's a thing too, right? Um, I actually had a I actually had a YouTube channel called Goldilocks as well that I kind of was playing around with, and the banner. If you look it up, the banner was a little cartoon version of me, and there's like three bears. It was pretty sweet actually, but I went on this concept because this was supposed to be kind of a dual venture thing, but right now I'm just still doing the YouTube, and the reason I'm posting on this channel still is just because I can go and do live sooner because I just activated that, and there's like a 24-hour waiting period. But now I'm just rambling. But anyway, yeah, I want to know what's stopping you guys from taking that leap, going along the journey, because it's doable, it's possible. Your perception is your reality. Reality is the mirror of what's going on in there. But you know, it's tough, but it's like not tough at the same time in that sense. I think you guys understand, but like it's like you have a glass half full type of attitude about it, and you develop that adaptability when you're in that perspective of yeah, my dream is attainable, and um, you know, I don't know. It just seems to have really worked out for me though too. I'm kind of at this little bit of a crossroads here, and I'm really interested to see what'll happen because it's almost like like I left my job in like August, and I've just been living on savings and proceeds of a home sale and stuff like that. And it just seemed to work out along the way. So I'll definitely fill you guys in, but it's like I don't know. It feels like this is just what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's like as I'm doing it, the blocks, like what you would think would stop you, like physically from doing it, they just kind of seem to almost resolve themselves on their own a lot of the time, or it's like a clear path is just there. So it's like I think just having that sort of unwavering faith too is just such a big part of it. But um, I'd love to hear like if there's anyone that watches this that are content creators. I'd love to hear about your journey too. But yeah, yeah. But anyway, that was my little bit of vulnerability for you guys. Yeah, I'm not used to obviously just talking to people on the internet and you know exposing myself in this way. Like I'm used to just being like this isolated guy in contemplation. But I feel like I have some value to give the world, and yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But I guess oh yeah, I just heard one other thing. I heard this is pretty cool. In the darkness is where creativity thrives. And I kind of thought of it as like you kind of have to put yourself in these uncomfortable positions, not only to grow, but like through that suffering, it kind of like agitates you in a way. And it's like it kind of forces you to be creative in a way too. But yeah, that's my 2 cents for tonight anyway. Love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, of course. And yeah, if you want to tell me your story, pop it in the comments. Send me an email. It's in the description. Love you. Peace.